So let's take a look at the astrology for tomorrow. Ugh. Yeah, my immune system just sucks. My stepdaughter brings home the germs, but her immune system is much better than mine. So I catch everything. Even when she doesn't get sick, I still catch everything. I got to work on my immune system. Okay. So gross. Okay. Um, Tomorrow's going to be a little bit dicey as I'm looking at the chart here. It's going to be a day where nobody is going to budge tomorrow. Okay. Why? We have the moon in Leo squaring. So that's a negative or tense aspect, right? Moon in Leo, and Leo is all about the pride, ego. Look at me, Ma, right? Squaring Mercury and Mars in Scorpio. So it's like a potential decision to proceed could kind of hang in the air. Unfortunately, it might be hard to get everybody on board, to get everybody kind of on the same page. You, as well as the people around you, could feel uh, very strongly about what needs to be done, what needs to be said, or what should happen. Okay. So, since everybody is going to be very stubbornly clinging to their ideas and opinions, very little could happen aside from fighting. Tomorrow is a duvet day. So, if you can, hey Shanaz, if you can, turn off your phone and hang out in bed. Okay. Do what you need to do. But other than that, try not to interact with anybody tomorrow. It's just going to be tense. Okay. So let's see. So that's what's going on in the sky. Let's see what's going on down here, shall we? Oh, my energy levels are just ugh, the worst. All right. Let me see if I can get this light going as well. Oh, not that one. Hold on. Let me find it. Sorry, guys. One sec. There. Is that better? Hey, Marnie. I think this is the most people we've ever had in here. Hi, guys. 4 people. It's usually like me and maybe 1 or 2 other people. Come on in. We're just about to pull cards. All right. Let's see. Tomorrow's going to be a dicey day, Marnie. Okay. Oh, what's going on there? Doth mine eyes deceive me? Hold on. It looked like there was, yeah. Huh. There's a straggler card from a different deck. See that? Hang on. See? Temperance. Sagittarius energy. Well, interesting. Everything that happens in a reading is part of a reading. So temperance. Temperance talks about today already feels like that, yeah. Temperance talks about patience, divine timing, balance, alchemy, sobriety. But mostly it's just about trusting in divine timing and divine feminine's favorite word. Have patience. Okay. Anyway. All right. What do we need to know, please, for the next 24 hours? What's going on? Okay. So we get Knight of Swords and the Devil. Oh, Capricorn energy with the Devil there. Okay. Interesting. Pentacles, 3 cups. Hmm. That's an interesting combo. Might have to clarify that. All right, so we got 4 cards. Hmm. Yeah, okay. When I think about the astrology, this does make sense. Whoever's trying to fight with you tomorrow, just walk away. Don't entertain it, okay? Just don't respond. Or if it's, like, in person, go to another room. Go stay at a hotel. Do what you gotta do. We have Knight of Swords, something coming in hot and quick, and there's something here about with the devil so the devil talks about addiction, but it's also, like, karmic bonds. It's the shadow side of the lovers. So, it's anything that has a hold on you, okay? Whatever you're chained to, and that can be different things for different people. Sometimes it's money, sometimes it's, a toxic relationship, whatever. Food, you know, whatever. Ooh, did y'all see that sky? Ooh, she pretty. Anyway, um, but something toxic in your life, okay? But then we have 10 of Wands in the reverse. So we're dropping some sort of a burden here and walking away. Maybe some of you are addicted to having the last word or winning the fight. Latinas, we have a problem with that. Um, excuse me. Um, but for tomorrow, whoever's trying to get up in your grill, whether it's a boss, a neighbor, um, this actually would be a very good example. So my husband is an Aries moon, and he is very protective, and he's, wonderful in that way. We have a neighbor who's awful, and she's said a lot of things about me over the years. But the other day she called me a half breed, which was a new level um, from her. Um, and so my husband has Billy's started a war essentially. So that's this is what I mean, okay? So I walked away from it. I was just like, it doesn't matter. Like, whatever. He's like, no. And so he's now waging war against our neighbors because of that. The advice from the cards would be if you find yourself in a situation like that, where somebody's just trying to rile you up, walk away. Okay? Be like me and just walk away and understand that people are crazy sometimes. And they're gonna call you a half breed because you're mixed. Anyway, overall energy, we have 8 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups. Go hang out with your girlies, okay? Go have fun with your girlies. Um, 8 of Pentacles can also be like go to work, work on something, whether that's decluttering your house or jumping down a YouTube rabbit hole. Distract yourself. Walk away from whatever's trying to keep you bound and tied here. And then we have 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. So there's a chance here to make some money because 9 of Pentacles is all about having, single, happy, and thriving monetarily. But the 8 of Swords is like being up in your head. Try your best, like I said, to distract yourself. Walk away from anything that is not serving you. Walk away from anything that is grinding your gears. Just don't engage as much as possible. Walk away from it, okay? It's just, it's the energies trying to bring you down, and that's what we have for tomorrow. At first, I was very confused, and then I was like, astrology. Astrology always gives us the answers we're looking for. Okay, so everybody okay? Everybody got quiet once I started talking about my neighbor. Y'all good? I'm fine. Billy's the one who's up in arms. All right, so let's grab an oracle. And if you hear any rustle mustling in the background, it's because I have my baby, my not so small baby, my German Shepherd Husky. is in the room. She's asleep right now, thank God. Let me see if I can flip this around for a second. Because she's so cute. She's so cute when she's asleep. She basically looks like a grizzly bear. Anyway. Yeah. So this is the card that wanted to pop out, rest and rejuvenation. Let's see what else. Yeah, this is that 8 of Swords, all tied up. All right, so here's our guidance. We have all tied up, overall energy. This is that, again, this is that same energy, the indecision. What do I do? Do I stay and fight this out, or do I just take the L and walk away? Take the L and walk away. Because that's going to lead you the door to personal healing and happiness, okay? You don't have to win every fight, baby, okay? You don't have to get the last word every time. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do for yourself and the situation is silence. And that's a lot more powerful than words. So, or getting your point across to somebody who's not going to hear you. So, all right, all tied up. Lack of motion or sense of personal freedom. Yeah. Receiving this card upright represents a situation in your life where things seem to be severely stuck. A major drama may be going on around you, stopping you from moving forward, or it may be that some technicalities are blocking your way. Perhaps you're waiting for a contract to be signed or an agreement to be made. Whatever is holding things up, the restrictions may be feeling quite oppressive at this time. If this isn't technically the case for you, what's tying you up is your own personal stuff. Look at your life and see how you can be your own jailer. And that's the devil, too, okay? Are you tying yourself up in some emotional angst or in a negative habit that you refuse to deal with? If so, it's time to cut the vines and make some serious changes now. You needn't live in your self imposed jail any longer. Affirmation. I release stuck energy, old habits, and restrictions. My life is opening up. I am free to choose my reality. I love it when the cards line up like this. It's perfect. But that indecision normally is what keeps us stuck. And we often, I say this with love, and I say this from personal experience. I'm not calling anybody out without calling myself out. Um, what makes us miserable is indecision, really and truly. That's what makes us miserable because once you've decided, once you've decided, then you have a plan, you have a path, you have stuff to do. Okay. Even if it's something as simple as staying in a toxic relationship, right? If you stay, you have things to do. If you're going to go, you have to pack. You have to end things, right? There's stuff to do. What makes us miserable in the present moment is simply indecision. I really want you to put that in your back pocket. For the next time you feel absolutely depressed, for the next time that you feel completely stuck and you're running around to every tarot reader in town, okay, looking for the way out, the only reason you're stuck, the only reason you're miserable is because you haven't decided. That's it. That's literally it. Literally it. If you're single and you want love so badly, but you're one of those people who's like, I'm just going to let the universe decide. Okay, get comfy. You're going to be there a minute. But the moment you decide, I am going to manifest my dream soulmate right now. And that's, I'm sick of waiting and I'm going to call it in. Now you got shit to do. You got research. You got manifesting to do. You have vision boards to make. You have lists to make. Okay. You got to get that body right and tight. You have things to do. The only reason why any of us are miserable, and I am so guilty of this, trust, is indecision. You choose your reality, my loves. So instead of waiting around for the universe to deliver something, because here's the thing too, I think a lot of us that come out of, I was raised, and most of you know this, I was divorced. I was raised in a very cultish Christian religion. Okay. So I'm guilty. I was guilty of this too. When I came out of Christianity and became a spiritualist, all I really did was swap the name God for universe. I still believed that the universe was in control. And it wasn't until years of taking various Abraham Hicks, a bunch of other gurus. I'm technically a coach, like I'm a certified Abraham Hicks manifestation coach. I did all the courses. And it wasn't until years in, the deeper I got, that I realized the universe is not what I was taught as a kid is God. There is no omnipotent force deciding my fate or what I'm worthy of. It's literally just me. What I mean by that, the universe is your co-pilot, okay? You tell the universe where you're going. You're the pilot. You have to make the flight plan. You have to tell the universe, this is where I want to go. And the universe says, got it. This is the fastest way for us to get there. But your co-pilot cannot make the flight plan. That's up to you. Does that make sense? The universe is your partner. It's your co-creator. It's not the leader. Capiche? In other words, we got to stop using this excuse of, I'm going to let the universe decide. Because nothing's ever going to happen. Deepak Chopra wrote an amazing book that everybody should read called You Are the Universe. And the whole premise is this ancient belief that I believe as well, that you are the universe having a human experience. Got it? We can't be lazy. Time is going to pass, okay? You may as well be manifesting this whole time so that eventually you get to where you want to get to. But you're in control. And I know that can feel scary, annoying, overwhelming, right? Because we're tired. Being a human is hard. But try. Try it anyway. Just do a little bit every day. You don't have to go balls to the wall, especially if you're tired and you're depressed and you're grumpy. Just do a little bit. Just do a little bit every day, a little bit of visualization every day. And eventually you'll get to a place where like you're a master manifester and things just fall into your lap. But you have to tell the universe where you're going. We can't be lazy anymore. We got to put in the work to figure out what it is that we want. Okay? And stay away from people tomorrow. They're not nice. Nobody's going to be nice tomorrow. Okay? Stay in bed and hang out with your dog if you can. Okay? All right. Love you so much. I'll see you soon.